Before they became two of China's most beloved stars, before the world fell in love with their undeniable chemistry in Meteor Garden, Dylan Wang and Shen were just two ordinary young dreamers trying to find their place in the world. Their lives before fame were filled with struggle, heartbreak, and moments of self-doubt that few fans know about today. But what they went through to reach where they are now will truly shock you. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an emotional and inspiring story about your favorite stars. When you look at Dylan Wang and Shen today, it's easy to think their rise to stardom was effortless, two talented actors who seemed destined to shine. But the truth couldn't be more different. Their journey began far away from the spotlight, in humble beginnings that shaped them into the people they are today. Let's start with Dylan Wang. Before fame, Dylan wasn't an actor. In fact, his life was far from glamorous. He grew up in Leshan, Sichuan, a beautiful but quiet city surrounded by mountains and rivers. From a young age, Dylan loved basketball and music. He was just an ordinary teenager with big dreams but very little money to chase them. His parents worked hard, and Dylan often spoke about how much he admired their dedication and sacrifices. He knew that if he ever wanted to make it big, he'd have to work twice as hard. But unlike most actors, Dylan never planned to join the entertainment industry. After high school, he enrolled at Sichuan Southwest College of Civil Aviation. Yes, you heard that right, he was training to become a flight attendant. Back then, he used to wear a crisp uniform, memorize airline safety procedures, and dream about traveling the world. He even worked part-time at the airport to support himself. Life was simple but tough. What's shocking is that Dylan didn't even consider himself handsome at the time. He was shy, quiet, and often said he didn't think people noticed him. But those who knew him back then described him as warm, funny, and full of energy, the same traits fans adore today. It was during his time at aviation school that Dylan's life took an unexpected turn. One of his classmates encouraged him to enter a local modeling competition. At first, Dylan refused, he thought it was ridiculous. But his friends pushed him, saying he had the looks and charm for it. He finally agreed, thinking it would just be for fun. What happened next changed his life forever. He won. Not only did he win, but his photos from the competition went viral on social media, catching the attention of casting directors. One of them reached out and asked him to audition for a new TV drama, a remake of the iconic Meteor Garden. At that time, Dylan had never acted professionally. He didn't have training, he didn't have connections, he was just a boy from Leshan who loved basketball. But he took a leap of faith. When Dylan auditioned for the role of Dylanwang, he didn't expect anything. But his natural charisma, his humor, and his raw authenticity caught the casting team off guard. They said he had something no other actor did, a spark that couldn't be taught. And just like that, Dylan Wang went from a flight attendant trainee to one of the most talked about young stars in China. But behind the fairy tale transformation was a lot of pain and pressure. Dylan faced criticism early in his career. People said he wasn't experienced enough, that he was just a pretty face. Some even mocked his background, saying a flight attendant could never become a leading man. But Dylan didn't let it break him. Instead, he used it as fuel. He worked harder than anyone else, spending hours studying scripts, learning to control his expressions, and building a character the audience would fall in love with. And he did. When Meteor Garden premiered, it wasn't just a hit, it was a phenomenon. Dylan's portrayal of Dylanwang stole hearts all across Asia. But even as fame exploded overnight, he remained grounded, still the same humble boy who once served passengers coffee and smiled through exhaustion. Fans admired that about him, his authenticity, his refusal to let fame change his essence. Now, let's talk about Shen. Her journey was equally inspiring, and maybe even more surprising. Shen grew up in Wugong, Hunan Province, in a modest family. Unlike many celebrities who were born into wealth or opportunity, Shen's path to fame started with one thing, her love for storytelling. She wasn't the outgoing type in school. In fact, she described herself as a quiet and clumsy girl who didn't stand out much. She loved art, music, and photography but had no idea what her future would hold. After finishing high school, she attended Hunan Normal University, where she studied journalism and communication. At that point, she dreamed of working behind the camera, not in front of it. She wanted to be a producer or a photo editor. Her life before fame was simple. She lived in a small dorm room, studied hard, and occasionally took photos for her friends as a hobby. But one day, a friend convinced her to model for a few test shots for a photography assignment. Shen hesitated. She thought she wasn't photogenic enough. But the photos turned out beautifully. Those pictures ended up circulating online, and one day, a talent scout saw them. At first, Shen thought it was a scam. But when she was invited to audition for a small web drama, she decided to take a chance. Their bond, built on shared struggles and mutual respect, is what made their on-screen chemistry feel so natural. It wasn't forced, it came from a genuine friendship that grew stronger through hardship. Even after Meteor Garden, when their careers went in different directions, both remained humble and grateful. Dylan continued acting in dramas, exploring new roles and refining his craft, while Shen took on diverse projects that allowed her to show different sides of herself. But no matter how much time passed, fans never forgot where it all started, two unknowns who took a risk and changed their lives forever. When people say fame changes you, Dylan and Shen are living proof that it doesn't have to. Despite their success, they've stayed true to their roots. Dylan still visits his hometown whenever he can. He's known to play basketball with local kids and treat fans with warmth and sincerity. Shen, on the other hand, continues to live a quiet, simple life when she's off camera, often spending time with family and friends away from the public eye. What's most shocking isn't just how far they've come, it's how close they were to never making it at all. If Dylan hadn't entered that modeling contest, if Shen hadn't said yes to that random photo shoot, the world might never have known their names. Their stories remind us that sometimes, life's biggest opportunities come when we least expect them, and courage means saying yes even when you're scared. Both Dylan and Shen started as nobodies. But through persistence, kindness, and authenticity, they became two of the most loved faces in Chinese entertainment. Their pasts might have been filled with uncertainty, but their futures shine brighter than ever. And maybe that's why fans adore them so deeply. Because behind the fame, the interviews, and the red carpets, Dylan and Shen are still those same humble dreamers, one who once served coffee on airplanes, and one who once took photos for fun. Two ordinary souls who believed in something extraordinary. Their life before fame wasn't easy. It was filled with moments of doubt, loneliness, and rejection. But it's also what made them strong, and it's the reason they continue to inspire millions today. So, the next time you see Dylan Wang and Shen smiling under the lights, remember, behind those smiles are stories of struggle, hard work, and faith. Stories that remind us all that no dream is too big, and no beginning is too small. If this story moved you, don't forget to like this video, share it with other fans, and subscribe to our channel for more emotional stories about your favorite stars. Because behind every successful celebrity is a journey the world rarely sees, and for Dylan Wang and Shen, that journey is nothing short of inspiring.